Hi, just sitting back on a Saturday night watching Diesel Dave eating me some goldfish or Cheez-Its, whichever, same thing. Yeah, watching YouTube videos here. Yeah, get me some more of these. What? Oh man. Well, damn it. Oh, damn it. I know what we'll do. Create. Well, I know we gotta start with this. And, it's Cheez-It. I know it's got cheese in it. What else? I know what I'll do. I'll get the constructions out. Yeah, this might tell me something. No pictures. Screw there. Okay. Well, let's see here. We probably need this right here. Yeah. Gotta have the tool for the job. Alright. So, let's see here. To start out with, let's see here. I'll probably need something to cut this here off with. That'll do it. There we go. Okay. There's always a process, boys. Always a process. Let's see here. We got to cut that in two. Here we go. It's better. Alrighty. Now, it says we need some. I figure some's about some. So, commence. Alright, that'll do it. Yep, something like that. Alright, now let's see here. We probably got to grind it up. I don't see nothing. Let's see here what we got here. Here we go. A high-tech planer. Look here, boys, working with high-tech equipment here. We ain't a baking, we're engineering. Redneck engineers. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's looking about right. It's off a little bit that place, so. Alright. Forgot the safety gear. Alright, now that we got our protective eyewear on, we'll commence to making our Cheez-Its. Alright, okay. Cheese dust. Okay, in there like that. Alright, we got that done. So, what are we gonna do with this? Let's see here. Let's check and make sure this is okay. Yeah, about like that. It's all about the process, folks. The process. Get it? Okay. Now that we got our cheese here, Cheez-Its, right? Okay, we should have some Cheez-Its here in just a couple minutes. All right. Okay. We'll give it just 5 minutes or something. All right, we should have some cheeses now. Whoops. Huh. What happened? Well, maybe it's because we couldn't follow the constructions. You know, they didn't have no pictures or nothing. So I don't know. Maybe we should trust the whole process. You know what I mean? The whole process. Right? All right. So we'll get this here out of here. There we go. There we go. Oh, might be hot. And we'll use our cheese dust instead. How about that? Maybe that'll do us better. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see here. Don't need that. About 4 tablespoons of cold butter. Cubed. Got it? Cubed. Right here we got about 4 tablespoons of butter. But we want it cubed. Right? Alright. So, wait a minute. I think our butter's got a high spot on it. So, we best fix that. Let me get my machine here. And we'll just... Wow. I didn't think making cheeses would be this dirty, but maybe it is. So anyways, we got that squared off pretty good. Let's check it here, make sure. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Let's see here. What we got to make this cubed? Let's see here. I think it's here work. Yeah, something like that. Yep. Yeah, friends, we're not building rockets. We just making a snack. You know what I mean? But we got to do all this high-grade engineering and all this. It's a delicate process making Cheez-Its, you know? So, all right. Now that we got that all cubed up, we'll throw it right there in the cheese like so. About 1 teaspoon. Let's see here. I don't think I got that in the toolbox. I usually don't keep much measuring cups in the toolbox. Well, as usual, I get a little on me, but that's part of the process. Let's see here. About 1 of these. Yep. Okay. Let's see here. I might have a measuring cup in here. Yep, there we go. All right, about 1 cup of flour. All right, about like that. Yep, and about like that. Yep. Okay, got a little on my tools over here, but oh well. They're dirty anyway. So let's get this ground together. That's going to take too long. I know what we'll do. Yeah, buddy. Engineering at its best. Yeah. All right, about like that now then. By golly. I think we about got it there. Yeah. That looks pretty good. That look about right. Says look like coarse sand. I don't know if they're talking about Florida sand or South Carolina sand, or if they're talking about horseshoe pit sand. Maybe racetrack sand, I don't know. But anyways, looks about right to me. About 2 tablespoons of cold water. Now, how cold is that? Ice cold or lukewarm? That ain't even cold, but yeah. Nothing like your liquor from a liquor jar, is it? It's the way we do it here in Kentucky anyways. All right. So anyways, I don't know if they talking about what kind of code they talking about. But we'll just say, if it feels like cold, it's cold. How about that? All right. Yeah, them big box stores, them big corporate people wearing them ties and stuff and suits, they ain't got nothing on a Kentucky redneck making some snacks and some food. No, they can't do it. Oh, let's see here. Probably another one. Yep. All right. All right, commence. It says until it makes a dough ball or some kind of ball. Looks like a ball to me. Yep. Looks like them things after I work on the old car that fell out of the wheel there the other day. You know, it started squeaking and, well, we took her apart there and, well, these little metal balls came out of it. And I thought, well, they can't be BBs, so I reckon we must got a bearing out or something or another. So anyways, there's our ball. All right. Get some plastic wrap. I bet they's talking about colder than a witch's tip when they talk about cold. What do you think? That's pretty cold right there. But anyways, yeah. Get some plastic wrap out here. About like so. We'll throw that in there. Going to get there. We'll get that wrapped up there, maybe something like that. Get that wrapped up there. Now, wrapped up. Yeah, hold on, getting away from me. All right. Now, we got this there. All right. There's a ball. Cheese ball. I guess you could just eat it like that. But anyways, got to go in the refrigerator and set it at about 1 hour. That's, what, about 60 minutes? Yeah, I tell you what. We'll just let the clock go around one whole time. How about that? That clock there on my wall says about 1:15. And I might need to change the calendar too, because I don't think we're in May anymore. But oh well, we're in Kentucky. We run a little behind anyway. So once that goes around one whole time, we'll take her out. Okay, folks, y'all been keeping up with the time? Yeah? They ready? Okay. All right. Now, we're going to set that over there just a minute and make out a place here on our workbench or kitchen counter, workbench, whatever you want to call it. Got a little mess there. And then lay that out there about like that. Alrighty. Hold that down a little bit. Get our block out here. Yep, that's pretty cold. Yep, it might be too big. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll get us another swig there. And we'll get to rolling. Using these high-tech tools here, folks. It says we want these about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's somewhere between a 1/16 and a half. So we'll shoot for that. We got to be very precise in our making here. I just went on and switched to the good old rolling pin. We just improvised. Improvisation. Improvisation. Yeah. Got to have it perfectly true, you know, flat and square and all that kind of stuff. So if not, our crunch won't come out right. It's all about a crunch. And this don't got all that fillers and all that junk they put in it. You know, we can read what's on the back of this package. Cheese, flour, water, salt, and what else? What else we put in it? You remember cheese, flour, salt, water? That's about it, I think. And folks, you don't want to use that bag cheese because it's got that starch and saccharin and all that kind of junk in it. We want to use plain old block cheese. You know, the closer to the cow it gets, the better off you are. Yep. And big commercial places, they use all that high-tech gadgetry and stuff. Well, we got our own high-tech gadgetry. That's what we are. We are high-tech rednecks. Anybody up for a sheet of cheese? You're supposed to measure once and cut twice. Or is that measure twice and cut once, or measure 6 times and just measure and cut it till it fits. That always works. So that's what we'll do. Now, we want 1-inch pieces. So, all right. 1-inch pieces. Okay. Got to make sure you got that precision. That precision. Oh. Let's see here. Get my. Well, let's see here. What else we got? Hey, I know about a ruler. It don't fold up. Yeah, about a ruler. Yeah, 1-inch centers. That's what we're shooting for. Lay that down like that right there. And zip. All the way across. Got to make sure it's precise. Get back here and make sure the lines look good and straight. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I bet they don't put that much work into them in them big suit and tie places. What do you think? I bet they don't put that much love in them Cheez-Its. We put a love in these Cheez-Its. Whew, man. I'm gonna need to take a break. If this takes all night, we gotta come back and we gotta poke holes in each one of these. So we'll go commence to our drill here. Find our bit. And then that way we poke our holes in here. You know what I found out the hoses for? So they don't puff up like a mad kid, or puff up like it, or so they are puff up like a puffer fish or something or another. That's what them holes is all about. High-tech piece of equipment here. Actually, I think this makes a better hole, actually. Let's see here. That little flyer there. Yes, sir, buddy. We'll have us a snack before it's over. We got to make sure that we keep the process. You know what I mean? Just like anything else, it's all about the process. Been a lot easier if we just took a block and throwed it in there and come out with cheeses, but didn't come out that way. So we had to make the whole process. We had to bring out the heavy equipment to make these. We'll slide these right up on our paper like that there. Then I want to sprinkle some sea salt on here. See what we got. Did you count them? I didn't. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 12. Let's see here. 12 times 12. 4. No. Carry the deuce. 144. That's quite a few. We're going to go over here now. We're going to preheat our forge. We'll start on 6 minutes. We'll let that preheat. Alrighty. Our forge is heated up. Get this big industrial beast going here. Make our snacks. You sit there and watch it, and I'm going to go finish the rest of these other Cheez-Its I got over here, okay? You watch this process, and I'll go over here and finish this process. And we got a process, right? Right. Are you watching it? Yeah. What do you think? We gonna get Cheez-Its? Yeah, they're baking up there, ain't they? Well, all we can do is see what we got. All right, folks. We'll get us some tools here. Get this out of here. Look at there. Look at that. Now, if you're using a regular oven, this will take about 20 minutes or so. But this big old industrial beast, it's about 10 or 12 minutes. I set it on about 6 or 8. Looked like it took about 10 or 12 minutes. So, and I've got another air fryer over here. It's quicker, but it's a lot smaller. This one here has a lot of space to fill up. So you got to get that maximum velocity going inside of it. You know, that air and heat generating and going. A lot more room to do that in here. So it is all about the process. Look here, boys. A batch of homemade Cheez-Its. Get these broke up here. You know what I call it there? I call that a refill. Look here, it ain't goldfish. Just better. Hear that crunch, folks? That is a sound of pure delight. So, next time you want you a treat, get there in the kitchen and get you some cheese and some flour and a little water and salt. Make you up some of these. I showed you exactly how to do it. And besides, I saved myself about 14 cents, I think. That's a savings. So don't let them corporate fat cats and them suits and them big fancy corporate buildings make you think they can do better than you, because they can't. I promise you that. Just follow what I showed you right here. Oh, I am happier than a fat cat sucking on a barn mouse right now. It's so good. Wow. So folks, it's been Billy T. Gardens in the kitchen, showing you another great recipe and having a good time doing it. I thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like. It's the only thing I care about. Let others see how well we do here, how much fun we have, and how great these recipes come out of doing it. This is your favorite Kentucky redneck saying, get out of here, go to the kitchen and fix you something, and always trust the process, right?